everyone. How's everybody doing today? This is Eva with Stitching in the Interlake. I hope you're all doing good. Today is the Wednesday, 24th. Yeah, I believe it's the 24th of August, 2022. So I hope you're doing well. So we'll get the formalities out of the way first, if you can call it that. Okay, this is what I'm working on. This is Nutcrackers. And I got this through One Day Saving. And all the information will be down below. So this is number 1 Nutcracker. This is number 2. See, there's his mustache and his eyes. Okay, that's number 2. And I am working here on number 3. Okay, so there's his legs up here. There's his face and his hat. Okay, so that's what I'm working on. Yeah, so today is much cooler. It's 18 degrees here in the house. And I've had to close up some windows because it's a little on the chilly side. And so I should show you here. Okay, so just hang on. There's Miss Twinkle Toes herself, Miss Lilybell. And over there is Jonah Sir Whine-a-Lot. And he was whining this morning for sure. Absolutely. So, yesterday, well, on Friday, I had seen my new doctor here. And she had sent me for a urinalysis and also blood sugar, including a fasting blood sugar. So on Monday, I went and had it done. And she called me yesterday, and I had fasted for like 14 hours, something like that. And so I had that. And so anyways, she said, first of all, that I have a UTI. I didn't know I had a UTI because I didn't feel like a UTI. You know, that burning, itching, uncomfortable, feeling, always having to go every 5 minutes. I didn't have that. I did have that I would pee a lot during the night. And many a night it would be that I wouldn't even make it to the bathroom. So anyway, she said, yeah, but she's requested another urinalysis. So because our lab is closed here until Tuesday, that I am going to take the rec with me down to Portage and have them do it there so that it will be done on Friday and she will have it on Monday instead of waiting till Tuesday and then having to wait until Wednesday to get the results. So now the other thing she told me, and this surprised me, but on the one hand, it didn't surprise me. And I don't know, I didn't get it. I just wasn't paying attention to the signs and symptoms. And that was that I am now classified as a diabetic. And it's, if you're told you're pre-diabetic and that's like taking a pregnancy test and it says you're pre-pregnant. You know, you're pregnant, but you're pre-pregnant. Okay? It's either you have it or you don't have it. And I got it. So, thinking back on the last few weeks, maybe even longer, probably longer now that I think about it, because I've been drinking a lot of water. And I just chalked it up to the fact that I'm always have a dry throat. So I always have water beside me. And I can go through a couple of these here in a day. And I have always water beside me. When I go to bed. And then, of course, the last while, I have had to get up to go to the bathroom at night. And I would go a lot, and I'd be up like 4 times during the night. Maybe 5 times. I don't know. I can't remember. Sometimes it was only 3 times. But still. And then it would be that I wouldn't even make it to the bathroom. I couldn't even get off the bed, and I was getting wet. And I still didn't put it together. So she didn't tell me what the number was, and I'm going to stop in there at the clinic because I got to pick up the requisition anyways. And so I'm going to ask what my number was. She said it was very high. She said not extremely high, but very high. So, and high is considered like 7 to 8. And so it's I just didn't even put it together. Now I know my diet's been really crappy lately. Really, really, really crappy. So and then I guess the last week or so I've been nauseous and I've skipped meals and I just, yeah, not very good. So now she said if we can't get it under control by diet alone, then I will be probably put on metformin. So she is arranging for me to see the dietitian or nutritionist or whatever it is we have here. And I know for the last while I've been just craving sweets. Just craving sweets. And so now I guess all that is no more. So, and I have to curb my intake of carbs. And yeah, so I'm wondering if that also contributed to why I was so tired, why I just wasn't feeling well. I'd have these episodes where I just didn't feel right. I just didn't put it together. I just didn't. So, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how the dietitian is going to work around me being vegan. Now, one would think being vegan would be, oh, yeah, how could I be diabetic if I'm vegan, right? And the thing is, it's easy to be diabetic when you're vegan. Just as easy as, if you're not vegan. It's on food choices, right? And I admit, like, my food choices in the last little while, I don't know, months, 4 months, whatever it's been, has been really crappy. Really, really crappy. So I would eat a lot of bread, I would pasta, cereal. I wasn't eating very much in the way of veggies. And you would think with me being vegan that I'd be just, but I haven't felt like eating stuff like that. I haven't felt like anything lately. Like I'd be nauseous, and then I'm not cooking vegetables because I'm just, even right now, right this minute, I don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it. So, yeah, so now this is another aspect to my journey. Yeah. So I'm not sure what's really going to happen now after I see the nutritionist. Dr. Farragala didn't mention anything about coming back and taking another blood test. I do have a glucometer here. So I'm going to have to start taking my blood sugars in the morning. So I didn't do it this morning, but I'm going to have to start doing it now. And the thing is, like, I would have these spells where I was just, I just didn't feel right. I felt off. And I've had them for quite a long time. But I never tied it into diabetes. Now, one would think, as me being a nurse, that I should have known this. Well, when we used to get residents coming in at the long-term care facility, they would have already been diagnosed as diabetic years before. So, and they would have already had seen the dietitian. They would have already been there, right? So it wasn't a new thing for us. At least not for me. And so their diet was already in place. The kitchen staff would all bring their meals up and it would be all set up, and yes, I would give out metformin and whatever else. The RN would do the insulin shots. But anyways, I still didn't get it. I still did not get it or understand. It's funny how you can see it in others, but you can't see it in yourself. So, yeah, so it's going to be quite a lifestyle change now. And so we'll see what happens. Like, I'm nauseous right now. I just don't. Just feeling it, like just not. So, but yeah. So, oh joy, oh joy. I am feeling better also emotionally. I had been very depressed for the last little while, and it was getting worse and worse. And it may take me a day or two when I'm feeling like that to really talk to God and to say, I need help. Jesus, please help me. And then I get that strength from him to fight the demons of depression. And that's exactly what it is demons. So it's, yeah. So as I gain strength on that, I can get back to where I was. Now, I don't know if that had something to do with me being diagnosed with diabetes, because I know that it affects people differently, for sure, but it also the symptoms can be so varied, right? So, but yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not sure. Time will tell. But I will have to get out my glucometer and start checking in the morning, and also like before lunch and that. Yeah. So, have any of you experienced that when you're older? And how did you find out? What did you do? What was done? How did you change your diet around? So I've been trying to watch a lot more on just on food choices and diabetes. and that. So, but I know that I'm joining one, I am just one of many, many, many newly diagnosed diabetics. Interesting. Very interesting. It kind of has me a little upset, but maybe this was the push to get myself to, you know, start feeling better, to that there was something wrong. And that's, and see, I was getting tired during the day, but I wasn't sure if that was because of me being up during the night to pee so often. It's just, yeah, it's just weird, weird, weird. Very much so. But, oh well, I will just continue on and make adjustments in my life. So I'm looking forward to us going to Portage on Friday. It'll be my last trip down there. So I really have no other reason to go down there. It's just not, I just don't have a reason to go down there. Because my doctor's here now, and I won't be going back to the dentist down there for sure. So, yeah. So now if I go anywhere, it'll be to either Selkirk or to Winnipeg. So, yep. So it is Whip Wednesday, and I'd be very interested if you can post your whips onto the Facebook group. And if you don't know, there is a dedicated Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. You have to answer a question on who are my sidekicks. Spelling is not important, just that you have the names of my sidekicks. And yeah, so like I said, it's Stitching in the Interlake, all one word. My email address is stitchingintheinterlake@gmail.com. Very easy to remember. And and if you've just found my channel, thank you so very much. It's wonderful that you have decided to watch my channel. And I know it's not for everybody. You know, it's just, I talk about stitching, but you don't have to do just stitching. You can do embroidery. You can do quilting. You can do diamond painting. Excuse me. You can be just reading. You can be woodwork, paper crafts, rug hooking, punch needle, anything like that. I welcome anybody here who loves crafts to come and do it here. Yeah, so please like, share, and subscribe because that helps my channel grow, right? And if you don't know, I live in Manitoba, Canada, in a small town in what's called the Interlake region of Manitoba. And that's between the two lakes, Lakes Winnipeg and Lake Manitoba. And yeah, it's just, and I'm only like hour and a half drive north of Winnipeg. So, yeah, so not very far. So, and I welcome questions. And if I can't answer them, if I can't answer your question, then I'm sure that someone else will pop on there and will answer the question for you. Or others may do that too. You know, like you may get 2 or 3 people helping you. And my channel has, I do stitching, I do stitch-alongs, I do reviews, I do unbaggings, I do, I talk about life, what's happening in my life or this area, because I believe that, you know, everybody's from somewhere else. So it's nice if you know a little bit about where I'm from, right? That there are people up here in Manitoba. So, yeah, I talk about my faith. I'm Catholic, and I have a deep faith, commitment, and love towards my Savior, Jesus Christ. Now, if that offends you, I'm sorry, but that's the way that I am. I wear my faith right out like I do here. Oops, wait a minute. That I'm Catholic, and I am proud to be Catholic. Do I always agree with the doctrine? No. But I think that goes for any church, you know, any denomination. There's always something that you just don't agree with. So, I also like to read and listen to audiobooks. And I've been listening to, I had purchased or had my, what do you call them? You know, that I can get choices every month. So I was getting, I got all of Patricia Gibney's books with D.I. Lottie Parker. So I'm on book 3 now. And I had listened to the first 5 books. And so now I'm listening to them all again. And then I had just before my Audible subscription ran out, I got 3 more credits. That's what I was looking for. And I got her last 3 books. Because our library here in Manitoba, the e-libraries, Manitoba e-libraries, or e-libraries Manitoba, whatever it is, they don't have a lot, you know. Now, if you're down around Toronto or in Vancouver or somewhere there, well, of course you're going to get more choice, but not here. Like, they have very few post-apocalyptic. They have very few, they have horror, but most of the horror is Stephen King. And I'm not a Stephen King fan. And that, you know, they have romance, but they don't have, and I don't believe they have any Harlequin romances. And yeah, so anyways, I'm listening to an audiobook. So which is good because it just passes the time, and I can stitch, and I don't have to watch TV, and I'm just listening. So yes, well, so let me just get this done. And so that's a little bit about me and my channel. And I do like to watch Laura from Stitching with Laura and Natalia Lovecraft Forever. There's both have a lot of good stuff on their channels. I really love watching both of them. So if you haven't checked them out, please go and check them out. Stitching with Laura, and then Lovecraft Forever. And Natalia Lovecraft Forever, she lives near Toronto. And Laura, she lives in Colorado. So, but they're both wonderful. So, okay, I'll show you here what I've got. Oh, gosh, wait a minute. See where I'm working there? So I'm working on all that yellow. So I'm hoping to get that done. But I have to go to the clinic and see about getting the requisition. And I'll see about asking them what my numbers are. And I'm going to stop in and see Juliet, who is my best friend. Oh my gosh, she's like a sister to me. So, I'm starting to get triple chinned here. Never mind double chin, triple. Hopefully now, with this diagnosis, that it gets into my head here about eating well. So, but anyways, okay. I guess that's it for me for now. So, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And so does Miss Twinkle Toes yourself, Miss Lilybell. Down here. And Jonah, Sir Wine-a-Lot. Yes. So, all right, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll be, as the days and the weeks go on, I will be adding more and more about my journey with diabetes. So, and I welcome any help or comments or anything else on your diabetic journey. So, all right, everyone. Toodaloodles, everybody.